Court's here with an update, and it sounds like another great August day.
Yeah, today looking fantastic. As I'd mentioned earlier, a very soft landing for those kids starting off the school year in Chico Unified. Today, temperatures a little brisk this morning, below average for the afternoon, so it's going to be bright and warm for today. Not too toasty, but then the heat ramping up tomorrow, and then pretty substantial heat from late this week into this weekend. So you're going to want to take advantage of the more pleasant conditions on tap for today. Looks like the live look there just took a little bit of a break this morning. Here's the view outside over Highway 99 in South Chico on the Southgate Lane exit, and you're seeing smooth sailing as far as travel goes this morning. No impacts to your commute from the forecast. Now, a lot more cars probably on the road, so that may lead to some slowdowns in some areas, but that's not due to the weather. We're seeing temperatures right now in the upper 50s to mid 60s in the valley, 64 degrees for Redding, 63 degrees for Chico, 58 right now for Corning and Willow, so it's upper 50s to mid 60s. 50s to lower 60s in the foothills with 63 degrees in Paradise, a few of the upper foothills in the upper 40s, and we're seeing 30s to mid 40s in most mountain zones right now. So again, a comfortably brisk start to the day. Humidity not recovering all that well overnight. 41% or higher across the board for the valley. We have had north winds for the better part of the overnight hours. We're going to see a shift though. So right now it's north wind to 5 miles an hour in Redding, southeast wind to 3 miles an hour in Orville. We're all going to start to see those south winds picking up a bit this afternoon, but the gusts are not going to be very strong, only up to around 10 miles an hour or so. We do see a shift to north winds tomorrow, which will dry us out a bit, and then gusts a little stronger, around 30-mile-an-hour gusts possible tomorrow night. That will result in slightly elevated fire danger returning for your Wednesday, and then we'll see a return to more modest south winds on Thursday, but there's not going to be much cooling influence from those at all. Clear skies overnight into this morning. On the hyper-local look at the satellite and radar, we have a weak trough of low pressure centered in our region right now, but we're surrounded by these areas of high pressure to our north, east, and west. Now, those aren't having a huge influence on us, with the exception of the sunshine. We still have this cooler system that is pretty substantial, tracking into the Pacific Northwest, that low pressure area, so that is pushing some cooler air down for today, keeping our high temperatures in check. But as that progresses inland, that's going to cut off that cooling influence. High pressure is going to build, and we'll be left with the heat really ramping up from tomorrow into later this week. Clear skies overhead as you head out the door at 8 a.m., so plenty of sunshine. Get those sunglasses ready to go. Mostly sunny at noon with a few thin clouds brushing north across the valley. Sunny for your afternoon commute home, and not too toasty today. Clear skies overnight. Similar temperatures tomorrow morning to slightly warmer than what we're seeing outside right now, and then hotter for the afternoon with upper 90s to lower triple digits returning to the valley. We'll then see some clouds brushing across parts of our region later this week, Thursday into Friday, mostly in the mid-valley up into the Sierra Thursday, moving further north on Friday, and then this weekend, mostly sunny skies Saturday with a slight chance for showers over the eastern slopes of the Sierra, so not much in the way of wet weather chances in your extended forecast. For today, we'll end up in the 80s to lower 90s for the northern mountains. For the Sierra and southern Cascades, it's upper 70s to mid 80s for the most part. Foothill areas in the upper 70s to mid 80s as well. 86 in Paradise, 84 for Magalia. If you're in the valley today, mid 90s for the northern zones, not too shabby. 94 in Redding, 92 or 3 for Red Bluff, 92 for Chico and Orville, 95 for Willow. So again, this is below average by a couple degrees for this time of year. Moving forward, though, we're back to above average on Wednesday with triple-digit heat likely across the majority of the valley, well above the century mark Thursday through this upcoming weekend. So be prepared. The heat is ramping up. Overnight lows getting warmer, afternoons getting downright hot, and we're staying dry through your extended forecast.
Okay, thanks, Court.